Hey guys, welcome back to Film Recap here today. I am going to explain a movie called Unfaithful 2002. Edward and the Sumner nerd are a blessing. Husband and wife raising an 8-year-old child son. They live in the quiet suburbs of New York, dedicated to each other and at the work they love. The day after spending time with my son and Connie's husband went to work. Blowing hard outside, and the taxi drivers ignore her. At one point, she inadvertently hit a young man and dropped one good shopping bag. Cody, trying to help the stranger, picked up the books he had saved. His tool noticed a wound on the Polo girl's legs, had to go up with her apartment and confidently treat his knee. The man came home and cover wound with internal blaster. Bathroom, Poe lives alone in apartment of a settled sculptor. Paris, and he resolved the books by finding interesting and valuable specimens. Show. A faction poll gives one of the books to one office girl to find herself married again. Connie considers this inappropriate and rush out of the stranger's apartment. When she comes home, she shows her son his wound so he can remember photo and tell her husband. Chance to meet Ed proposed to send. Saved a bottle of wine, but Connie found useless gesture in the evening. The girl seduced her husband and wanted make love, but he loves too much. The new video camera, he still lets in tempted and want to kiss her wife, but no time for sex, because their son didn't sleep the next day. In the morning, Connie takes her son to school again and pick up the book that Paul gave. She found a business card inside her, decided to call the man, but confused by doubts on the second attempt, she succeeded to call Paul, and he invites. Connie will drink a cup of coffee when they met the man holding her hand and help him read a book for the blind. Sympathy for Mariko's sex. Embarrassed and left his apartment. Hurry when she comes home. Her husband's workplace, she gives him a sweater and don't want to distract from the at his job by spending time with him. His wife, he tries to find out about him. Lovers' plans in the near future. Connie says she wants to organize a charity auction in which one of the Ed's colleague in the evening. Connie ignore her husband and think of a new acquaintance she missed. Touch and praise. Visit Paul. Connie again bring freshly baked muffins and ready for coffee that booksellers invite to dance. And at some point she forgot. Bake one more moment on the couple. Should have kissed, but the record stuck. Paul trying to solve the problem, but a few minutes is enough. Perform against her senses and miss her. My husband realizes his mistake. She ran away and came back in a few minutes. Then, because she forgot her code, Paul rushed at her, and Connie couldn't turn down handsome guy. When she comes home, she misses. Caresses and kisses that is drive her crazy because Connie wants to resistance, but Paul considers it just a game to increase her libido. She did not refuse the man and make love to him. At the same time, Ed communicates with a colleague and knew that his wife did. No charity auction. Suspecting something is wrong, he tries talking to her lover, but she acts like normal and self-identified as a model wife-like. As the days go by, Connie becomes more and more away from husband and children. Spend less time with them. When Ed and Charlie play, she talks to Paul on his phone and rush to a see you after a great experience. Hours with your lover and decide on a change the scene. Paul and Connie go to a cup of coffee. At some point she wants to leave, so no one she knows will see her with a laba. Young Paul makes an argument like then they are in the cafe. At the same time, at a subordinate, Bill Stone notices her and attracts attention. Conclusion: when Connie came home, she took a shower and noticed at some point draw on this ball's belly behind her, trying to rub it and let. At the same time, Ed came home. He decided, take a bath with your wife. Her spouse put it back in Tennessee, but Connie ignored them and went to sleep. On the next morning, Ed offered to meet him to debuted, but his wife refused. Husband suspects something is wrong. Stayed late, but Connie said she needed of faces and they can't learn together when he comes to the office. He calls the massage parlor and learns that Connie is not exclusive to recession. Again on the way to see my father. Connie reunites with old friends Sally and Tracy. They serve lunch at a nearby restaurant. Coffee and break the girl's plan decided to inform Paul that she was calling him at home. Phone and tell him about the meeting. Go home with your lover, cafe and couple, making love in attention bathroom women. Handsome guy and semi-admitted her want to spend the night with them. Tracy doesn't share her friend's wishes because she cheated on her husband and expensive, painful betrayal and suffer sooner or later. Husband will know and will be fine as the end of the good life despite everything. This Connie doesn't draw any conclusions and hang out with Paul. When I heard that Bill had met with an expelled competitor because he betrayed their company, who is the second family because he left. Subordinates told him that it is not its position to judge treason in family, and Ed better be careful for his wife after finishing the man. Meet Frank Wilson and ask him followed Connie that same night and informed his wife that he must on business trip and will be back for 24 hours while he was in Chicago, constantly thinking about Connie and sincerely hope that his suspicion is nothing. At the same time, buy sexy lingerie and spend time with the lover forgot his son on her back to New York. Ed meets Frank, and he provided her with a photo. Confirm Miss Connie's worst fear to walk openly with young lovers, with him in cafes and cinemas. Tired of cheating, Connie decided to meet Paul and ended their relationship, but noticed a guy with a young girl in crisis. Out of jealousy, she threw herself at him and asked for an explanation. Connie then said goodbye to Paul and left, but he caught her on the stairs and couple making love again. He came to Paul's house and found himself almost face to face with his wife, but Connie is lucky escape unnoticed by ascending the apartment of his wife's mistress. Ed tries controlling his emotions. He drinks and find out how they met by paying attention. Souvenirs he gave his wife by the bed. Lose control of myself and pull my head above. Realize that the lover dead. The man is trying to recover and is ready to surrender to the police. But at some point he changed his mind and destroy evidence at the same time. The time Connie called Paul and left the audio message she left for him and her. I can't continue to cheat on my husband. After deleting the message and canceling. All evidence shows that Ed wrapped Paul's body in a rug and tried to get her out. The elevator is blocked, but the man manages to take out the body and hide it inside the trunk. Goes to his son's son. Morning, he is ready in the back bathroom and watch Charlie play in his car's trunk parking. Accidentally crashed into one of the scared parents' Ted doesn't want test and drive home, and at night, he'd take Paul's body to the public dump. After getting out of his body, he drove, washed the car, and destroyed the last one. Evidence may expose him to some. A few days later, the police came to my father's house, and Connie's house. Paul's wife points out missing, and the only clue leading to. Does anyone have Connie's phone number? In the missing man's notebook, Connie fool the detective and say that she wants to buy the book, but she doesn't know Paul and only met him a few times if a few days pass. And the workers found the policeman's body. Visit Connie again and interrogate her at blatant lies to detectives and protect the one you love, then ask them. Leave the next morning. Connie pick up her husband's laundry, and in one of his bag is a photo taken by a private detective in the evening. She noticed a memento that she gave to Paul shortly after. Connie understood who was who behind Paul's murder and was left alone with her husband, asked him to confess. Know that the treacherous Ed wants to kill his wife, but restrained for good of his son. The couple spend the next time few days with happy family, even if they are scared by the whistle of police car passing after opening. Connie memory found a left message by her husband after marriage. Now she understands why orbs are so valuable. Let him cover up his crimes. Connie compromise photo and once again recalled his meeting with Paul. She realized that if she entered taxi and do not go abroad. Apartment everything could have been different. Ed can't handle the gravity of crime and willing to confess. But Connie convinced him to go live like. If nothing happens after holding a charity auction home couples, standing at one of the traffic lights. They decided to sell the company and home and move to Mexico forever. Find a couple escape plan. Kissed and didn't notice they were. Stand at the police station. And that's where the film ends. Subscribe for more videos, turn on notifications. And leave a like to help the channel. Thank you for watching.